Good morning, afternoon, and evening, everybody. My name is miahtheking, and I'm going to make an official statement. 6:30 is the best time on a clock, hands down. Now then, today we're taking a look at a game just released early this morning called Dubium. If Among Us was the poor man's version of Find the Werewolf, or whatever that old game was called, then this is the rich man's version. And by that I mean a Find the Traitor kind of game. A deduction, stealthy, sabotagey kind of game. Look, it's basically Among Us, but with a lot more money backing it, okay? Or at least it feels like it. Jeez. Anyway, this game was developed by and published by MiAh Studio, hope I'm saying that right, released in early access and selling for $15 American. So, I mean, I pretty much told you what this game, only in Among Us, it's an alien monster thing posing as a crew member. Here, it's a lot more realistic. One of you is a traitor for the same reason that most people betray others, money. So if you're willing to lie, cheat, and steal to get that extra moolah, you know? Basically, one of you is a traitor while the others are crew members. Traitors got to go around and collect these rare things so that way they can sell it and make a bunch of money and sabotage everybody else so that they don't destroy everything and get away with it. You know, because he's the traitor and he wants to get his money and get off the ship, but they're trying to stop him. You know, it's basically one of those games. Find out who the traitor is and don't die. It's one of those kind of games. That's pretty much it. So, as always, let's go into the good and the bad and find out if this game is worth our time and money, shall we? So, first things first for the pros, that price tag. I mean, when you look at everything included here in this game, which I'll obviously go into later, that price tag is so damn appropriate that I actually feel the developers are underselling the game. In other words, that price tag is glorious and should be taken advantage of before the game devs realize their mistake and fix it. Hurry! The next positive is the sound, music, and voice acting. It's all pretty good, I guess. The music is repetitive, but in that catchy kind of way, and it's okay for background music, I suppose, but on the flip side, I can see it easily becoming really annoying over time. So maybe get some more tracks or something, I don't know, because otherwise that music is gonna kill people. It's that repetitive. The other sound effects sound about what you'd expect, which in a way is kind of boring. Space is empty and silent, so obviously you get a feel for that here too, which is both good and bad. I mean, I wish there was more sound, but I can't really argue with it because, well, we're in space, and then you've got the voice acting. It's pretty good. In some rare instances, it sounds like they're trying too hard, but in others, it sounds like they're giving it their all with the right amount of effort and the right amount of goofiness that you would expect. So, you know, it's kind of hit or miss, but it's definitely more hit than miss. The next positive I have is that art style. It's a bit cartoony, but it works. It looks really well. The color contrast is nice. The attention to detail is nice. The blooming and lighting effects and the color contrast are decent enough. And the overall art design fits the theme of dark, dank, risky, and, you know, a little fear of the whole unknown thing. I mean, is that person a traitor? Are they behind that corner? Will I make it out alive? You know, stuff like that is really sold here with the look and feel of the game. But unfortunately, that's about all I got for the positives, really. I mean, I was really scratching my head to think of more than that, and that's not really a good sign. Now, before we go into the negatives, I have two things to say or ask from you guys. First is, if you're finding this video informative, if I helped you save money or made you laugh, please consider supporting my channel by hitting those special buttons, the like, subscribe, and bell, you know, those buttons. And the second is that I now do this new thing called same-day reviews. What's that? Well, it means if you're interested in a game and want to buy it, but you want me to take a look at it first, then ask me to review it. And on that very same day you request it, I will do it. Same-day review. Get it? Oh, but if I already did a video that day, then it'll come out the following day. Because, you know, I'm not a machine. Alright, now on to the negatives. So the first negative that really just grinds my gears is that tutorial. And if you're a part of my channel, you should know already that tutorials are a big pet peeve of mine. And this one is just... It's dumb, just dumb. At first I was like, oh, okay, here we go, an interactive tutorial with voice acting, and it's got a little bit of a quirky nature to it. Okay, cool. But then within moments, I was already confused, mainly because the narrator talks to you about what you're learning, while a pop-up gives you a bunch of text messages about what you're doing, both of them trying to teach you, both at the same time, and both saying different things. So you're trying to read one thing while listening to someone completely different, both trying to tell you how to do something, the exact same thing, but in different ways, so you end up not really understanding either of them. I mean, who the hell in their right mind thought that was a good idea? But that's not all. The tutorial doesn't teach you almost anything, just the main things, you know? But all the little side things, you know, the purpose, the button controls, the different skills, etc., it didn't teach me dick. So when I went into a match, I was still lost as hell, and even after several matches, I remained lost, with no idea of what I'm supposed to be doing, or if I'm doing it well at all, as the frontiersman or the traitor. And if I don't know what I'm doing, then the tutorial has failed me, then the game has failed me. The next negative is the gameplay. Now, I very much agree with a lot of other big reviewers out there, gameplay over graphics. Alright, even a game with shitty graphics can have amazing gameplay and be worth a bucket load of money. I mean, look at Mountain Blade Warband. The game does not have the best graphics. Hell, it doesn't have the best UI. There's a lot of problems with that game, but the gameplay is solid and makes you keep coming back for more. And for here, while the game looks pretty good, it plays pretty awful. Now, before I go into it, remember that I'm still confused about the game and the tutorial, and the game itself didn't really teach me anything. So I'm just telling you what I think is correct, and that's not my fault. That's the game's fault. This is just my experience. The gist of it is that if you're a frontiersman, you have to go around and fix all the sabotage that the trader does, find these energy cube things and destroy them without getting killed by the trader, and then escape. Sounds pretty simple enough, but I think there are like 16 energy cubes you have to destroy. I'm not sure. I mean, at the top of the screen, it shows these bars. They're progress bars, I think. One for energy cubes and one for keystones. Now, I think that the energy cube one is for the frontiersman and the keystone is for the traders. So, basically, the trader needs to get all 10 keystones, and the frontiersmen need to destroy all the cubes, and those are your progress bars for it. But to destroy the cubes, you have to go through a lot of steps. Make sure the power is turned on and fix anything broken. Search dead bodies for key cards. Why are there dead bodies? No idea. Moving on. And then find the right components you need so you can unlock and destroy each cube. And it's not a quick process either. It's slow as hell to destroy a cube. As for the trader, they have to stop you from destroying the cubes and collect all the keystones. But there are problems with this, and I'll go into that in a moment. So that's the gameplay. Run around in silence, no talking, no real ambiance, avoiding other players, trying to destroy 16 freaking cubes. It's boring as hell. Even if the trader sabotages something, unless it's oxygen, you don't really care, because it's not going to stop you in any way from doing your mission. And don't worry, even if the trader kills you, you'll just respawn in 30 seconds. Only this time you'll know who the trader is, and you can attack them. Which is really stupid, by the way, because that makes it so the trader never wants to kill anyone and reveal who they are. And since they can't really sabotage anything worthwhile, then if you happen to be the trader, all you need to do is just run around and collect all the keystones before they destroy all the cubes. That's it. So if you were to memorize these map layouts and find all the tricks on how to find the cubes faster, then boom, you just mastered the game. But now here's a problem, or maybe it's not a problem and the game just didn't explain it properly, but you only have so many inventory slots, right? But you have the gear that your character spawns with, and any other gear you might need, like a health pack or an oxygen tank or whatever. And the keystones also go into your inventory, but here's the problem. As far as I know, there's nowhere to drop off the keystones, and not enough space in your inventory to hold all 10 of them. Are you seeing the issue yet? Basically, in a nutshell, the gameplay is awful. It's slow, it's boring, it's repetitive, and there's almost zero reason to want to play as the trader here. It was not fun at all. Why would killing someone expose the trader? Why would killing someone not actually kill them, but just incapacitate them? That means no trader ever is going to want to do that. So why even have it in your game? It just doesn't make sense. The gameplay, especially for the trader. And it's boring, no matter who you play as. Okay, so that's all I can think of for the negatives, and I apologize if I missed something in both the positives or the negatives. In terms of settings, I mean, the settings seem to be pretty legit there. I mean, I didn't see that it was missing anything serious. As for the stability, I did have a few frame rate drops, but for the most part, the game was playing smooth and okay. And as for replayability and length, I mean, it's just one of those games where those are really hard to judge because it's an online deduction PvP kind of game, so it's kind of hard to judge those kind of things. Look, it's an interesting idea, but it was implemented pretty badly. I love the art style, and I appreciate the low price and the voice acting, but that gameplay is so boring, bland, and badly designed that I just can't play it anymore. Would I recommend it? No, probably not. I mean, no. Just, you know what? No. I mean, just go play Among Us, honestly. It's a far more hilarious, entertaining, and suspenseful game. At least in that game, the trader is a threat to be taken seriously. Here, the trader is just a joke who doesn't really do anything. Can it be fun playing with a bunch of buddies? Sure, but that's probably the only instance where it is fun. After 2 hours of playing, I didn't run into a single group of players who were talking or working together. After 2 hours of playing, the only time I saw a trader doing anything slightly scary or concerning was when I was the trader. And otherwise, you're just running around a dark, quiet station completing these annoying objectives that aren't fun, and they're the same with every round. Hell, in one game, I just completed the mission and left, being the only survivor and the only victor. It was hilarious because I didn't know what I was doing, but now I'm glad that I did it because it was the only fun I had had. I mean, watching this video, are you entertained yet? Does this look like something that you just have to dive into and play? No, because this is it. This is what you'll be doing. This is it. Look, for now, I'd steer clear of this game. Alright, wait a little while until it gets some big updates or something and they seriously change around the gameplay, because as of right now, I do not think that this game is worth our time and our money. Okay, everybody? Alright, so that's all the time I got for this video. Thanks so much to everyone who decided to check out my channel. If you have any questions or concerns, please let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I can't wait to see you all again on my next adventure. So until then, I bid you all farewell.